Okay, so I'm wondering if you're aware that you have a unique design. We've all got a unique design, but we're not taught that from very early on. And it's occurred to me, or I keep having conversations where I realise that people don't get how uniquely designed they are. So just because somebody else followed this 5-step, 6-step, 10-step program and they got success or they made a load of money, they think if they follow those steps, they too will have the same sort of success. But it doesn't work like that because we're all designed differently. So I've got a unique design and you've got a unique design, and the way that I work isn't the way that you work. What do I mean by that? Some people are designed to respond to life or to questions or to the events that life brings them. Other people are designed to wait for the invitation. Waiting for the invitation is much more specific than responding. An invitation is somebody actually has to invite you. And these people who are designed this way, they actually have to wait for the correct invitation. So it's not just any old invitation. They have to discern if this is the correct invitation for them. Only 8% of us are actually designed to initiate. Yet all of the information that comes to us through the media and often in online media channels is that we should have a good idea and then initiate it and get it going and make it happen. And I am just at this stage in life where I am just realizing I don't make anything happen. I'm not sure that very many of us can make things happen. But if you know yourself really well and you know how you're designed, you can work with your design to cultivate the soil or the garden of your life so that what you would like to see growing there has a chance of growing. So it's a bit like sowing the seeds and watering them to cultivate your dream. And it's not the same as making it happen. Now, if you take generators, I'm a generator. I'm a manifesting generator. Generators can be some of the most frustrated people on the planet. Especially manifesting generators, because we are a hybrid and we think that we can make things happen. We think that we can initiate, but we can only initiate in response. Some people can't initiate at all. In fact, the majority can't. Not correctly. You can, but whether you'll actually get the results you're looking for is a whole other question. So I'm a great believer in knowing yourself and knowing how you're designed and working with the design, even though that can be frustrating at times because it does involve a fair amount of waiting. But while you're waiting, you learn how to cultivate your soil, cultivate your garden, and create the conditions wherein what you would like to see growing there has much more a chance of growing. So yeah, I am really into personal development and to being aware of who you are or who I am and working with that rather than trying to fit myself into a mold or a category where it doesn't work for me. You know, like people say, well, if you want to do such and such, then you have to do this, this and this. And I just consistently run up against a brick wall in terms of, well, I'm not designed to do that. You know, I'm not really very good at marketing. I'm not very good at selling. I don't like having selling conversations. So if you get into your design, you realize that actually some people are designed to market. They are designed to tell the tribe or the community of products or services that are available to them that could benefit them. Some people are designed to have the selling conversation, whereas other people are designed to have different kinds of conversations. Like I like having transformational conversations. I like the kinds of conversations where each person goes away having been transformed by the wisdom and the vulnerability and the deep honouring that was shared. So it's a different kind of conversation. I'm not saying that one is better than the other or one is worse. It's just that different kinds of conversations are required in different contexts. So if you recognize that you're not designed to do certain things very well, the best way is to collaborate with those who are designed to do those things much better than you are. And this is another thing that I've learned. This is human design. This is the wisdom of human design that I'm sharing here. What I've learned is that we are designed to collaborate with each other. We're not designed to do it all alone. And one of the best ways, for example, that we can help generators is to ask them really good yes-no questions. Because if you ask them a question that involves a yes or a no answer, they actually get to know themselves in that process. And they need to respond to something outside of themselves. It's not the same if they ask themselves those questions. So generators are just one type. There's another type called a reflector. They are very rare. They're about 1% of the population, and they have no definition in their chart. What I mean by no definition is that they are completely open to conditioning of other people's designs, whether that's the emotional wave, whether that's the ego heart, or the higher heart, or the root. The human design profile doesn't make much sense if you haven't studied it, but it's possible to get somebody else to read your chart and give you the basics of your design in half an hour. And with just the basics, knowing your strategy, your authority, and how you make decisions and how that's correct for you, can go a long way to helping you make the correct decisions for you, and it can save you a lot of frustration.